Hey Virgos, welcome to my channel, Crystal Empress 33. My name's Crystal, and your meditation, I'm just going to say it. What y'all doing out there? What are you doing? Okay, so it's really funny and it's playful, but it's kind of got like a serious undertone, so I'm just going to jump into it, all right? The meditation, I don't know if you guys are familiar with The Office, but there, Molly, you can't come in, I'm sorry, but there's a part where Toby Flenderson, the HR guy, has to do a mediation with Michael because of some bad behavior. Michael Scott, the boss, who's like narcissistic as crazy, I'll get out. And he cannot stand Toby. And Toby is like the sweetest, like softest spoken person and the most rational person off that whole team. And Michael just cannot stand him. And he has to sit there and he has to hear advice and try to let Toby into his life, right? And Toby says something to him and he's laying down on the couch and he's like mocking him. Michael is mocking him, like making these faces. And he goes, well, thank you, doctor. Take 2 of these and I'll see you in the morning. Bye. And he left. And that's what they showed me that. But they said, this is what we're doing with our Virgos right now. We're giving them advice. We're trying to give them the next step, but they're too wadded up because they want something now, digging in your heel. Now. I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. They were doing that in my head, and like I saw the dirt scooting because they need you. There's too much resistance there, and you did that with Source. It's like, oh, Source, thank you for the lovely advice. I'm going to allow you to have these right now, and I'll talk to your ass in the morning. Bye. And I was laughing so hard. And they want you to know that they're laughing with me, that it's very playful for them. So to see you upset in the eyes of Source is all like, oh, they're so cute. Our Virgo's so cute. Oh, I love them. And giving you a hug and you say something and you're mad. But it's like you when you're watching a comedy and there's a part where, you know, like even with Michael Scott, and he does something and says something outrageous and he blows a gasket. But everybody's laughing about it. They're on the outside looking in, but they also know your heart and they know how to get you there. And they're telling me there's some truth that either you are not accepting, or truth that you need to hear, or truth that you need to express. It'll be different for all of you. And quite honestly, some of you, it could be all three. And so we're going to get into it, but that's what I got in the meditation, like getting really honked off at Source. I've been there so many times. Okay, I just heard, where's my money? I need money right now. Having this little bit of a temper tantrum, and Source is saying, you'll get the money when you do A, B, C. And you're wanting to say, no, I'll do A, B, C when you give me the money. And Source is going, no. It doesn't work like that. If we did that with you, we would have to do that with everyone. And everybody would think that they're getting what they want, but they're getting a lot of what they don't want because they don't really know the true nature of how things will play out for them if they had exactly what they wanted at that time. So money's coming, the lover's coming, the vacation's coming, the retirement's coming, whatever it is for you, it is coming. But there's something about, okay, I also just heard somebody's sick. They're showing me somebody that's like not feeling well and they complain a lot. And when you complain a lot, you're putting that out to the universe and you're saying to the universe, oh, the universe is reading that as, oh, you're complaining like you don't feel good? Here's some more of that. And it's like you get something in the mail that makes you feel worse. And then somebody says something to you that makes you feel worse. And then your body's starting to get all tired and wadded up. And it's because there's some resistance. And they're telling me right now, there's, yes, ma'am, I'm busy. Okay. I'm busy. Thank you. Sorry. They're showing me the stretch, you know, where you lay on your back and you take your knees up and you push your knees to one side and then you lay your arms out this way to get a nice twist. And there's something about having really tight hips right now and a waist, like going up your side, up your obliques is very tight, and they need you to loosen those up, relieve some of that dense energy that's stored in those muscles and those joints. There's something there. You may find that when you do it, especially if you're doing it kind of like with a somatic stretch where you're moving through it. I got my legs going back and forth, and, you know, twist and twist. But, you know, when you lay down on the ground, you put your arm out, and you got your legs this way and your arm this way. That's what they're showing me, and they're saying there's some stored trauma in this hip, so that would be related to your sacral chakra and your root chakra a little bit, depending on where it's at. So there's a need there to release some baggage. So let's get into the cards now. They gave me the decks they wanted me to use. They wanted me actually to use the chakra cards, so I'm going to get into it. That was so funny. Oh, thanks, Source, for the advice. Take 2 of these. I'll see you in the morning. Bye. That is so something I would do. Oh, man, it made me laugh. Very playful, but, you know, it's not, I know it's not fun to be in that energy. I get it, guys, and Source understands. They do, but they're trying to give you advice because they're trying to bring some type of truth to the surface, maybe some self-awareness for you. Okay, and it could also be, I just heard someone significant, a truth about someone significant. Maybe there's some patterns there. Patterns of thought and patterns of behavior that are actually due to somebody else's truth that you've been living, and you're really uncomfortable with it. Like, you don't realize how uncomfortable you are because you've been doing it for quite some time. So it could be family. Like, they need you to speak your truth. And you may have a truth that you need to speak. Just let me put my little finger condom on here. That's what Cece calls it. She's a Virgo. What's up, girl? Kirsta. I have a love my Virgos. Your energy amazes me. It really does. And I wish one of you would come help me figure out how to organize my home. There it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Ow. Check this out. Truth and flexibility. Okay, so I was talking about becoming flexible in your hips and your waist. And she's obviously in a yoga pose right there, the tree pose, but the truth card came out. Your whole meditation was about truth. And now you have this. And flexibility. So on this truth card, it's like the scales of Libra, which are going to be going into Libra season, you know, after your season. Something's happening in Libra season for you. And it could be a truth being revealed. Do you see how I kind of choked when I was saying a truth being revealed? So it could quite literally be you speaking your truth to somebody. It's like you find out a truth about something, and then you have to address it. They told me to focus on the water putting out the fire. So you see how one scale has water and the other scale has fire? They're saying how you say something to someone, be loving about it. Be honest, be true, but be loving. 9:16 on the clock. That's my mama's date of birth. That's my angel, my Virgo, my Mother Mary. So whatever comes about, whatever truth comes about that you need to know, it's obviously going to be something about, I just heard family. All of us have very different family dynamics, and people we consider close family and people that aren't so close. So it'll be different for all of you, but I am channeling something here. about a truth coming out about family and you having to address that. And they don't want you to go at this conversation with fire. They want you to go at it with water. Water will put out the fire. So could be a fire sign and water sign that you're or the water sign you're dealing with, but or it's in their chart, your chart. It feels like whoever you have to say this to, express your true feelings to, your truth to, maybe you have been, okay, yeah, you have been living someone else's truth. Their personal truth does not fit for you. Maybe it did for a period of time, but it's not fitting for you now. And they want you to know you're going to have to, it's almost like not stand up for yourself, like, you know, being mean or anything, but just letting them know, like, I honor you and I love you and I respect your perspective. I just feel differently. This is what makes me happy. This is what I believe. And this is what I'm going to choose. I hope you can honor and respect that the way that I'm going to honor and respect your choices. We don't believe the same things. That's it. That's it. So it could be a parental figure. I don't know. It just feels like somebody that you look up. Okay, I got a notification. So you are, and look what this is. This was a notification, and it's got a baby doll on it. My daughter wants this baby doll really bad. So you're the child in this. So it's somebody you look up to, maybe an auntie or an uncle or, you know, parent or grandparent, somebody that you look up to. Their personal truth is very different from yours. And maybe it wasn't always, but they're saying you're going to have to speak your truth to them. So Source is trying to set you up and build that strong foundation so that you can feel solid when this conversation needs to happen. And then with flexibility, hold on. Ooh. Didn't I say that it was stored in the sacral chakra or the root chakra? And you've got the sacral, I mean, it's orange, so you've got the sacral here. So this is also about creative energy, creative outlets, being flexible. Be flexible with an outcome as well. It's going to turn out better for you if you're flexible and not rigid. Hold on. I want to read one thing in the book here. They just told me to check something in the book. It is, I mean, yes, it's the solar plexus. It says it right here. Yeah. Okay, they're wanting you to be flexible with change. Thank you. Being rigid with change is not going to serve you right now. Okay. So, yeah, so, I mean, like, be playful. If something doesn't work out, maybe sometimes Source will lead you into contrast. They will lead you right to a problem just so that you can find the solution. And it's not so much that you're, thank you for the confirmation, not so much, this says reminder for Crystal. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I had to check that. I'm a learning coach for my children, and they just started school, and we're still learning the programs. And I've got, oh shoot, I'm supposed to be on there now. Oh well, I'll go late. See how I just got flexible? Oh, I'll be late. It's all right. So it's almost like you're expecting change to happen in the way that you want it to happen. But the change is coming about in different ways because the clarity needed to move forward has to come from a different perspective. So it's not happening maybe in the steps at like 4, 5, and 6 the way that you want, because I just saw 4, 5, 6. But the progression is still happening. Being playful, trial and error. It's almost like being a scientist, you know, when you're using the scientific method and you are setting up an experiment and you have to go through all the steps and you got to observe things and then you got to try something and see what the reaction is. It's kind of like what they're giving me right now is, you know, you're supposed to explore and you're supposed to observe and you're supposed to see what comes out of a situation. Even if it seems insignificant, it's important. Oh, they wanted me to take that. I pushed it right back in. Hold on. Come back out. There it is. Oh my gosh. And look what comes out. 3 cards at once. Play, which I just said to do. Yes, I did. Abundance and inspiration. So you taking time out to do something freeing that makes you feel good. I don't know why, but they're showing somebody like painting their face. Do you like to paint your face? But they're showing like just doing something silly out of character to make you feel like, you know, and just go outside and have a reaction, paint your face and walk out and see what kind of reaction you get. They're just saying do things completely. It's like you know, doing a handstand so you can be upside down and look at things from a different perspective. Like the hangman, seeing things from a different perspective. But there's something here about being playful and doing things that make you feel good. Whatever that is for you is going to be different for everybody. They're saying that that's going to inspire you to action. That's going to lead you to abundance. They told me to read that like a story. So you doing something playful is going to give you an epiphany, Ace of Swords, aha moment here, inspiration, or Ace of Wands, that you're going to be able to take action on, an inspired action that's going to lead you to some abundance. And not just physical, you know, not just money like prosperity, but abundance in the form of feeling good about yourself, waking up and having great days where you're in traffic and it's like all the lights are green for you and you get to go through free. People buying you stuff, waving at you, giving you compliments, kids being in great moods if you have kids. You know, your best friend calls and says, hey, I want to take you to lunch, and that was impromptu and you got to see them. And just, you know how your days will flow and then you have the days where they don't flow. Being rigid is going to keep your days from flowing. There's going to be blockages. There's going to be frustrations. And they're not encouraging you to spend a ton of money, you know, to have fun. But they are encouraging you to do create something. Create something funny for you that'll make you laugh. Create something fun and relaxing for you. But they're really giving me this doing something that's creative, that can be peaceful, but also doing something creative that can be like energized. You know, have both experiences. There's a need to, thank you for the confirmation. Yeah, your success bank account. Do you see, look, do you see how that showed up? That's an email that says your success bank account. This is, and you've got this. They're telling you to play so that you can receive the inspiration, so you can receive the abundance. And I had a notification that said your success bank account. Ask astrology now. So this is what I mean. They're giving you the blueprint for what you need to do to get the money, instead of digging your heels in, or get the lover and digging your heels in, or get the job offer and digging your heels in. There's nothing that you have everything you need right now. And what else needs to come to you will come to you. And I will say, if you're in a rigid energy, it will block your blessings. It'll block your abundance. You could be complaining all day and get an impulse or not, which is, it could be just in the form of an idea where they want you to go and do something and you're too ornery at the moment, so you don't go and do it. And then you miss out on a winning lottery ticket, or you miss out finding money. And that's, speaking of, they just had finding money come to my head. When I was doing your meditation, I found $15. So somebody's going to find some money. And that's what they're doing. Maybe you're being, you know, maybe you're all honked off inside and you're just kind of like, F you, universe. Like in your meditation, And they want you to go for a nice peaceful walk. But if you're too wadded up, you're thinking, I don't want to do that right now. I'm going to lay on the couch. You know, thank you. Job information, LinkedIn. So that's what they're saying. Like, you could go on a walk and find money, or run into somebody and, you know, they lose their wallet and you try to return it and you can't return it for whatever reason and you get to claim it. That type of stuff. So there's something about you being able to find things that way, and you're being too rigid. You need to be flexible. You need to be playful. You need to be flowy. I mean, you know, I'm to the point right now, like, I want to put my hair up in crazy ass pigtails for you, just so you can be, like, feel free to be goofy, you know? Like, just put them up like Pippi Longstocking and make funny faces at you, just so you can laugh and, you know, be playful. You know, do I have hair ties? I would totally do it if I had some hair ties right here. I do not. But stuff like that. You know, me and my best friend years ago, we used to do that. We would put our hair up in pigtails really high at work and just turn around and look at each other with crossed eyes like, like, do stupid stuff. And then we would go to lunch and we would just have goofy looks on our face and look at people while we're driving. Like, and just like kind of, what are they doing? And we would get the biggest laugh out of that. So it's like doing stuff like that. Just anything to break up the monotony is going to be helpful. And they're just being really playful right now. It's not coming across as like, do this. It's coming across as, if you do this, that leads you right to what you want. It takes you right to what you want. It does. Yay. Oh, wow. Okay. So. I'll just put, this is what I saw. Validate your past. I mean, it's upright for you right now, but it's in reverse for me. And I've been reading them towards me. And it fell on the truth. And they want me to take it in reverse. I typically don't for this deck, but they just told me to. So this says, you did the best you could. Feel and empathize with your past, not judge it. Maybe somebody that you're dealing with wants you to keep revalidating them about something that you did to hurt them. And they don't want you doing that anymore. That's where it fell right on the truth card. They want you, when this comes up, okay, they're tapping my left foot. It could be a feminine energy. They want you to speak your truth and quit feeling like you have to apologize or stand on, walk on eggshells around certain energies or be a certain way around certain people because you feel bad about hurting their feelings. 3:03 was just on the clock. They don't want you doing that. You've healed whatever it is that you need to heal. And now they're telling you it's time to quit validating other people's feelings at the expense of your own. Your feelings are everything. It's the universal language. That's what I call it. And that's going to bring some balance. Okay, ask your angels. Seek the divine. Your angels want to support you. And okay, I know you may be kind of honked off at them right now, giving them the birds, but you don't need to. You won't stay there. You know, emotions are fluid. They'll run and they'll come and they'll go. So, juggling too many things at once, find time for yourself. Yes. Thank you for the confirmation. What's this? Okay, so my vocabulary app just popped up with, it's not really fantasize, but to imagine things that are not real. Okay, so maybe somebody thinks you live in fantasy land. Maybe somebody thinks that you think about things that aren't real and it's a waste of time. But did you just see that angel orb right here? Did you see it? Absolutely, I'm on point. So they think what your beliefs are, if you have these beliefs, that they are fantasy. They're not real. And it's like, I need to get your head out of the gutter. You know, you need to put your head on straight. You're not thinking straight type of energy. Because I'm getting like I don't know. It's like, it feels like a parental figure is what it feels like. And it could be mom, it could be dad, it could be grandma, great-grandma, grandma, grandpa, great-grandpa, uncle, aunt, whoever raised you, okay? It doesn't even, it could be somebody who adopted you. I don't know, it's going to be different for all of you, but I do get that. That's the truth you're going to have to speak. And right now, there's too many things, too many distractions happening for you that's keeping you wadded up. And that's what these lower vibrational energies are counting on, because you're powerful, because you're meant to be here, and you have a purpose, and you have a destiny. And it's like light worker energy here. No matter if you're doing spreadsheets, you know, your job's to work on spreadsheets, it's who you enlighten and who you help along the way. And that's really what I'm getting. But there's a need to really stop and prioritize things. If they're saying somebody's spending too much time on their phone, which it could be pretty much everybody, right? It could be pretty much everybody. But they are saying that spending too much time on your phone is keeping you from getting the things done. And I've put that they're bringing up the tarot readings again. And here I'm a tarot reader right now. And I'm going to tell you, stop watching so many tarot readings. It's like you're just scrambling for these answers and these bits and pieces of nuggets, and you're taking things that aren't really meant for you, and either it's making you mad or it's building you up and then giving you false hope. So, you know, only only watch the ones that are intuitive. And if you have to, unsubscribe to some. I hate to tell you that and hurt people who have been, you know, put their work in, but it's just really, you know, you don't have to unsubscribe, but just don't watch it so much. Focus your energy somewhere fun, and then you can look at the phone later. I also heard, what? I'm hearing stop with conspiracy theories. Even if they are true and they are valid, what are you going to do with that information besides feel bad? The truth will come out when it needs to come out and where it needs to come out. You don't have to be involved in every conspiracy theory. I don't know, that's just coming through. You don't have to be involved in every conspiracy theory to affect change. All of that's already set. Those sold contracts are already set with those people, and things are happening. It's one thing to be aware, but it's another thing to like think the world's doomed and there's nothing positive happening or no good things are shifting because of all of the negative stuff that you watch. I don't know, it came through pretty strong. And then give your home some attention, redecorate, clean, or sage it. Absolutely sage it, for sure. They're showing me somebody painting. Yeah, they're showing somebody painting. Go and paint if you want to paint. Redecorate. You know, it's funny. Me and my daughter are going to be putting up our Christmas tree in August. Yes, we are. We're Looney Tunes for Christmas. So there's my decoration. What's yours? Put it in the comments. What are you doing to decorate? I'm also hearing like your home, your physical home, this body needs a makeover. Whether it's new clothes, a new workout, a new hairstyle. I'm seeing a man putting gel in his hair, and like instead of like combing it over this time, it's like he's like tousling it, you know, and making it like all messy. So doing something different, just change up your look a little bit. It's going to make you feel refreshed, and your home will feel refreshed. It's like you'll walk in and go, oh, I really like looking at that new art piece on the wall. I really like looking at that new picture collage that I have, and I wish I would have put that picture collage up sooner. I could have been staring at that. It makes me feel homey. Or changing the lighting in your room, or I don't know, just different things. And obviously declutter, but it's just like shake shit up. Try a different hairstyle, different color. If you're used to wearing the same colors all the time, try something else. Yep. Because this is what it's going to take you. So there's that mother figure I was talking about, maternal figure. Okay. cannot make this up. All right. I said a familial like a family member, somebody familial, and I was getting a feminine energy, and this doesn't have to be for everybody, but I'm just saying for somebody specific there. And look, they're not looking at you. You see how you're over here and you're like in La La Land dreaming about when pigs fly, and they're looking away from you and the eyes are closed like, they need to wake up. They need, they just live too much in the clouds. That's what I mean. So it's like you being the child and someone being the mother, or it could be a feminine energy that's a male too. Please take it that way if that's what resonates with you. But they just don't think that you're doing the right thing. They think that they are more stable than you. They think that they know better what's better for you than you know what's best for you. You know what I mean? They think they know what's best for you. But they don't, because the way you receive your abundance, where's that abundance card? The way you receive your abundance is vastly different. We're in a different age. We're in the age of Aquarius right now, which is all about innovation and technology advancements and, going against the grain and doing things different. Aquarians love that energy. Definite leaders. So they want you to think about that. Do you want to keep doing things the same way as your ancestors? How has it worked for them? Are you happy doing things their way? Are you happy with the state of your energy and how you go through your day-to-day? Do you want to work from home? Do you want to work online? Do you want to be out in nature? What do you and think about your family? What has always been, it's okay. So you see that? If you stay that way, your heart gets torn in two. If you stay the same as the people around you or the people that you looked up to for quite some time and do things that's their personal truth, from their perspective, you're never going to be happy. It's only going to feel worse and worse because you're pinching yourself off from your dream. You're pinching yourself off from your purpose. What your soul came here to do and expand in. You're just doing it different. Okay, and look, I want you to see how this flew out. You see, I was shuffling and the star card, the Aquarius card, literally flew right onto the abundance in the deck. So think about that. This is what you put in your blueprint before you came here. To do things differently. To show the world a new way of doing and being and having things. It's like you don't have to just watch people on TV or on TikTok or what are the other ones? Instagram and Facebook. Took me a minute. Sorry. You don't have to watch people on there and think, oh, that's so cool, and wish that you can do it. Try to do it. Everybody's new. Everybody's new at something. Like Michael Jordan. I'm sure the very first time he played basketball, he wasn't a pro. Or the first time that somebody sang, they weren't amazing. Or Michael Phelps, the first time he swam, he wasn't getting personal bests and could get all those gold medals, And you following your dream leads you to the Ten of Pentacles. Your legacy that you get to leave. As maybe you are or will be a parental figure, and you want to leave a legacy that's different for your kids than what you had growing up. There's just a lot of eclectic energy here, and you doing things differently in ways that make you happy, which is kind of maybe pissing some people off. Even if you don't even know it, it's kind of pissing people off. I just heard tit for tat. Alright, they want me to leave it there, guys. This is about you breaking out of your shell. Coming out like a BAMF. A badass motherfucker, okay? Yes. You busting onto the scene like the Kool-Aid man busts through the wall. You being playful, you having fun, and you deserve some happiness. So, and that could be one of the patterns that you're healing. So maybe you have a figure like this in your life, this Queen of Pentacles, who thinks that you are being ridiculous and doesn't even want to look at you. Like, what you do is nonsense, right? Thinks that your head's in the clouds and you need to be practical and you need to 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to do A, B, C, and D to be successful. You got to be methodical. Blah, 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 blah. Give them the middle finger, but not in front of them. They did say to do it diplomatically, right? Do it with diplomacy. And just somebody's used to being a leader. And I don't know, it just feels like a parental energy. You don't have to do things the way that your family did them, whoever raised you. I know that can be quite specific, but I'm getting that. Or maybe you are somebody who has a child and you don't like the way that they're acting, who's, you know, you're older and they're older now and they want to do things a different way than you. And you know what it is? They think something about you having too much free time on your hands. They think the time that you have too much free time. And the truth is, Source has wanted you to have free time. Source has wanted you to rest. Because it's in learning how to rest, recoup, and rebuild through play, inspiration, joy, exhilaration, through those lenses of the universe. That's how you get the abundance. That's how you really leave a legacy. And let your children's children learn from the new way of the earth right now. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I love you, Virgos. You are my favorite. I love you. Mwah. I'll see you later. Peace and love.